Right. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, you may or may not notice the setup is a little bit different. Microphone's on a different side. Went out and did a thing this weekend. Bought a nice gaming laptop. Um, Not sure I like it in the way my setup is currently. We'll probably have to change a few things here and there. Volume levels may be a little bit off, but overall, pleased with the laptop, pleased with the performance. So just really have to kind of get used to everything, where everything's at, how everything's working, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm just realizing, I think if I'm over here, you don't, there's my mouse. Awesome. I wasn't seeing it there for a minute. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump right in and get going. I've got about an hour and a half maybe before I've got to get ready for some meetings today. We're going to jump in, do a little bit. And I think what I want to do, now that I'm looking at this, I'm going to try to move some stuff around and let's see if it still works after I do that. Um, I want, once it's finished loading in, there we go. I want to move some stuff around on my Windows. And yes, I had to reinstall all my add-ons. So yeah, there is that as well. So there we go. So now that is there. I can bring that up as well. I think that works perfect for me. So let me go ahead and just kind of continue through this, figure out what that warning message is, see what other add-on I needed to get taken care of. I'm just going to continue through because I like the way this is set up. I worked on that last night. I like it set up kind of the same for all my characters and all that. Which one is this? Scrap. Let me go out there real quick and before I forget about it on Curse Forge and see if that is still something that is available that I can update. Search for scrap. Recently updated. Let me install that as well. We're just going to reinstall it just to make sure. And there we go. So hopefully that'll clear that error message. Let's move this down to there. And there we are. So now we are there. And I guess I need to reset up my guide. So let's go to the guide list. And we are using, wow, some of the colors on this are just bad. Let's see. So we are Wrath of the Lich King. And we are Borean Tundra. There we go. I've already done It's Chromie Time. I've already done that. I've already done that, I think. Do I have that quest? Yes, I do. So I guess that's where we're at. And I think it took me a little bit of a different route. Yeah, when you reload that quest from time to time, it just does different things. Best way I can put it. Not, to be real specific there, just does different things. Um, I don't know if the completion settings and all that were different, but this will work. This will work. We can get by with it. I hope the quality is good enough. I want to take a look at that real quick. I'm going to just pull up the stream on a separate window, so you may hear it echo for a second. But I just want to look at quality since I haven't really. I did some recordings and all that. Hadn't really tested anything. Get link. There we go. Yeah, output looks a little low. Quality, let me put it up there. Let me check my streaming settings. I want to make sure that I am streaming everything out at 1080p. Okay, output, streaming, scaling output there. May raise up the bit rate a little bit. Let's go ahead and Do this. And I think I can now go here to make it look a little bit better. So yeah, we'll try that and see where we get to with this. Yeah, I kind of, we'll have to see, so as we go through this, let me know if you start seeing any stutter, any lag, anything like that. I'll watch the replay later myself, but just really trying to get this kind of reset back up, working the best I can. Yeah, we're gonna aggro some wolves, and I'm just gonna kind of ride through as I look through things, and hey, there's a little path. We need to move some of these around so I can access the settings as well. I forgot to do that the other day. Hey, the other back man, how's it going, man? So you'll have to let me know audio-wise if it's too loud, too soft, whatever. I got a new PC and just kind of using this to get everything set up. We'll be doing some MCOC later today. I've got some Battlegrounds to get caught up on since I was gone all weekend. So how's things with you? How's everything in this fine Monday morning? I really thought there were some other quests I had to do before this, but I don't care. It's all about leveling this morning, and that should have some rested experience built up, I think. It's really weird having everything now on the opposite side of me. Used to my microphone being over here. So it was kind of weird where I ended up setting up everything with all my controls. My OBS windows on the other side, my game windows on a different side. So only thing that stayed in the same position was my camera, which I don't really like the position of it, but it's the one thing I couldn't find out how to fix. It's kind of hard to put it where I want it is in the middle of my monitor. I want it right here, um, so that I can be looking at it and not feeling like I have to look three different directions. I remember all these quests, and I know there's a whole bunch of stuff before this, but I think I'm gonna go in and check those settings on this add-on too. Not a WoW fan, but here, hey, I appreciate it. You know, I'm like I said the other day, this is something I played more than I care to think about for many, many years. And it's something I've always enjoyed doing. So, let's see. Global completion. There we go. Let's go that way. And it's probably going to change what oh, it didn't change what I had to do. Good. But yeah, I'll be in MCOC. I've got Battlegrounds. I've got Arena to do today. I've got a bunch of stuff to get done. Probably do some live war fights since I haven't done any of those. There he is.
What brings you here? I've been expecting you.
So yeah, there will be normal stuff. Mornings, I'm just going to do this. It's a little bit slower paced. I can do it at my computer. You know, just something different for mornings. Give it a channel a little bit of variety.
Time is money, friend.
Maybe some other games coming eventually as well. All right, let's go have some fun. Let's go. And eventually on this, I'll do some raids and some dungeons and things like that that are a little bit more fun than leveling. This is still just trying to get used to everything, make sure I have everything set up the way I want it before I attempt to do that. Especially with the stream quality and things like that. Once you hit raids and all that, I need to make sure that I can function in game and stream, which was kind of the intention and the reason for the new computer. Oh shoot, I forgot to find a leather worker. I need to go do that. That may be the first thing I do this morning. I need to change those around too. There we go. Since I keep clicking the wrong one, I'll just move the right button to that spot.
Too far away.
I need to be able to skin. Need to be able to skin. And let's get one more of them. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of them and just bring them all up here. Okay, now let's find some stuff. And yes, you will probably hear emails and all that coming through. I have not separated that channel out yet.
Require a target.
Apologize. Really didn't expect to have too many emails this morning. All right. And I like how you have autocomplete on some things in this game and not in others. Okay, let's find a couple more of them. Be done with that part of it. And this is a little bit harder to stream too than MCOC. I find myself not being able to talk quite as much. MCOC can at least, yeah, I think it's a little bit more streamer friendly. You know, I think this may be once we start rating and stuff like that. Gonna have to get a drink here. Maybe a little bit more friendly to the viewer, but there'll be more action in this game eventually than what there is in MCOC. Oh, maybe that'll help my voice. And it's weird for a fighting game. I try to avoid as many fights as possible while I'm completing quests. Quests are the main way to get a lot of experience, unless you can, you know, pull a whole lot of mobs at the same time and have a good, AoE area of effect spell or something like that, which I don't have yet. Eventually I will get there, but do not have it yet. Yeah, I knew I was going to aggro a few things. Let's just keep going. Oh, we're going to have to kill anyway. Okay. Clear the path so I could get back. Still going to aggro a few new things anyway. They should disappear. Should be able to outrange them. There's the flying machine there. Guess that's where I blow the whistle. And I hate escort quests with a passion. I'm just going to have to start clearing a path. Because escort quests, they aggro everything from a ridiculously long range.
I must get closer.
And he's stuck in the world. There we are. You know what? I don't think I got any rested experience. I think I was sitting in the one spot in hold that didn't give rested. Oh well.
I'm out of range.
And the escort should be done. If I can get up the hill. Come on. Yeah, I guess I need to turn one thing on here. Where are my docks? I think I do want that one on, but I think I want to reverse them. Sorry, trying to get something set up in OBS. There we go. That's how I want it. Can I minimize that? Yeah, there we go. I think that'll work.
Yo, keep it real. Be good.
I've
Okay, so I think we've got everything set up now.
been
Hey, another level. So we're up to level 18. I need to spend some
greetings. Be careful.
talent points. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and do that. I need to bring up my guide for it. Because I cheat, I don't think. Of course, this site is a pain with its menuing that I use. Hunter leveling, there we go. And I do Beast Mastery. There we are. And standard leveling build. I'm not going to do the speed. And there's our talent points. So at level 18, we need 2 in. Where am I here? Post haste, right? Yes. So we got 2 in Trailblazer, 2 in post haste. So we can now disengage a little bit better. And then in Beast Mastery points, let's scroll down. I need Aspect of the Pact, I think is the next one. Or do we want to do multi-shot? I think multi-shot is next, isn't it? Now barb shot at level 15. So 17 is Aspect of the Pact, okay. Let's come back to, yeah, multi-shots later, okay. See, I would have done that wrong. I would have done that completely different, but for leveling, they say this is best.
Greetings.
And I have autocomplete on for... You know, this game has been around for a while. It is, you know, one of those that I often compare to MCOC and some things that I wish they would do. You know, one of the things, you know, everybody complains about is game and lag and stuff like that. In order to combat that, WoW does... I'm going to have to mute my emails here eventually. Get more of them this morning than I thought I would. But they do server maintenance. They bring the game down for an hour, usually on Tuesday mornings, just to clean everything up, make sure it's all running the way it should. Um, you know, and this is older content. This isn't even some of the newer graphics and all that. I mean, this was Wrath of the Lich King was 2008 maybe, 2009. Let me see. Wrath of the Lich King. What year was this? Initial release 2008. So, you know, graphically they do updates when they do the engine, but, you know, this is even older graphics. You know, some of the newer zones, I'll probably have to turn my settings down some. It doesn't look like it's great right now, but I've got it running fairly high.
I don't have a target.
Okay, let's see if I can get this one pulled back to here. Nope. Gotta wait for that to refresh. I'm gonna get 2, I think, at a time. It is, and this is just a fun game. I mean, it's when you get the rate, when you're leveling and all that, it's kind of a relaxed pace. So this is all fairly easy, nothing complex. When you get the raids and dungeons, that's when the fun really begins. And I'm not going to jump in there and do those after not having played for really seriously for a couple years. Um, yeah, I wouldn't do that to other people. If they have to strap with me, I'm going to die left and right. And when you're doing a 10-man raid, every person is really, really vital. You lose a DPS class, you can't finish things up. You're not gonna have
Too
enough
far
damage
away.
to. That was probably too far from that thing. Downside to the pet class is they kill things too far away from you, or I shoot them and accidentally crit. Okay, well, what we'll do, I think, in light of that, let's see if I can grab this guy from over here. We'll bring you with me. Bring you with me. We'll hit you, and now we'll drop the totem. So we should get all three of these guys. That worked a little bit better. Three more. Should be able to get all three of these over here. Let's wait for the totem to refresh. Okay. Let's go grab three of them. Uno. Dos. Tres. Drop the totem. And start killing. And there we go. And yeah, the other cool thing is, just the wide assortment of different looks that you can create, with your armor and things like that. Different mounts, all sorts of things to collect. If you like games where, you know, we always say in Marble Contest of Champions, you got to catch them all. There's a lot to catch in here if you want to do all of it. I mean, pet battles, which are kind of neat, they're a little bit more like Pokemon, I guess, where you're doing, little you'll see little critters running around that have like a little paw print over them. You can actually fight those with little critters of your own, and then you capture them and things like that.
Peace.
100 quests completed. All sorts of different achievements, all sorts of different things to unlock and do, and I've always enjoyed it. I have spent many hours, much more time in this than I ever did any, as much as I play MCOC, much more than I've even played that. Why did I come this way? Yeah, we're just going to try to bypass as many of these as we can, because that's not where I need to be. And I use add-ons, which are the other thing that you can get for this, that, you can see it up here, kind of tell me where to go, what to do, what to focus on to be as expedient as possible. It eliminates a lot of the thinking,
I'm out of range.
which is nice. I can just sit and follow and do what it tells me to do.
I can't carry more.
Oh no, inventory full. Let's take care of that. Oh, let's see. I do need to. It's level 31. Level 31. We'll just sell that one. Downside to this game is I haven't sent myself. Why did it not sell all the grays? Gotta send myself some bags. I gotta remember to do that today. I could go with a gun, but my bow is better. Okay.
Be good.
Do need to get myself some bags
I need to target something first.
and leather working. And the other thing, if you're still kind of watching and listening, that you'll find in this game is we talk about RNG being terrible in MCOC. This game takes it on steroids. It's not so much for champions that you're trying to pull or stuff like that, but it's you know when you're killing things, they don't always drop what you need. There's armor drops, so when you're running dungeons and raids and stuff like that, there's armor that you'll want out of there. That's all RNG. Sometimes rare mobs, in order to get them to spawn, is RNG. So I mean, it is, you kind of get really used to having to get lucky in a lot of aspects in this game. Okay, so I need to kill the Mars caribou. I thought I had to kill those things. Just wasn't showing me a quest counter on them. And eventually, as I level up, I'll be able to fly, which will make up, speed this up considerably. And in some of the newer zones, there's kind of world quest mobs, so big
I must
raid
get
mobs
closer.
that you can kind of join up with, a bunch of people just randomly, all taking down the same thing, which is kind of cool. Four, I need one more. Might as well do it while I'm here. And there we go. What's the end goal for this game? End goal is there are a bunch of raids. Each expansion pack has its own set of raids. For example, Wrath of the Lich King, the end goal for this one was to take down the Lich King. So they're all different. It kind of all expands. The way they've got it now are all the old expansion packs, which there was about 10 of them. Now, when you create a new character, you can choose which one you want to level up in. I chose this one because I hadn't really done it since probably 2010. So, the end goal is to just level your character up. So right now I am level 18. There is, what's considered best in class armor and gear. Kind of the goal there is to get, as much. Hey, leather working trainer. There we go. That's one of the things I want. To get your and it depends. Some people like crafting. Some people like,
I've been expecting you.
there's a lot of different things you can do in this. So, it just really depends on what your end goal is. You can just be a craftsman the whole time. That's all you want to do. There's cooking in this game. You could just want to sit back and cook. There's fishing. You can just want to sit back and fish. So, as far as a single end goal, usually it's the raid bosses in the various expansions, and really up through. I don't think I've done any of the end game raiding in the last several um, expansions. So would love to get back into that. Love to see the um, a lot of them. So and it's kind of cool. You don't have to be in a guild to do all of it. You can randomly queue for raids and stuff like that with other people, which is nice now. Back in the day when I first started, it was 40-person raids and you had to have a guild of 40 people and you were trying to, coordinate via text chat and um, Ventrilo at the time was the communication tool. So it was kind of a pain to deal with some of it. And when I jump over to some of my other characters, I do have a guild that I used to run that I am still an officer in, even though I hadn't played, and I don't think any of us have played in quite some time. But used to raid on a regular basis, usually late at night. Right now, my end goal is to get this guy ranked up or leveled up. And I believe the max level cap is still at 70. And then you start running dungeons. I could do some dungeons now. Let me see what's available to me to run now. So if I do this, let's see if we can run a dungeon, I think. Should have time for one. Most of the Lich King ones were fairly quick. If anybody's running any. We'll need to change my pet commands for when I get in there. I do need to set some, I think I'm going to do that too. I need to put some of my pet spells on his bar so that he can automatically do them. There we go. Let's see if that works a little bit better for him now. Oh yeah, there, you use dash. Hopefully we can get a dungeon going. And level 19.
I don't have a target.
Okay, let's see. What's the timer on? Average wait time is about 3 minutes, so we should be able to find something here fairly quick. Looks like. It'll be interesting because I'll be out here in the middle of this field when I come back too. Oh, they needed to reduce the timer on that thing. These mobs used to be so hard to kill. Yeah, you were going to aggro anyway. Oh, the average wait time is 3 minutes. I've been in queue 3
That item
minutes.
is still recharging.
It's been so long since I've done anything in Lich King and raids. It could be interesting to see what happens. If I do get one. Lower level, it's kind of harder to find stuff. There's probably not a whole lot of people leveling up in Wrath of the Lich King, to be honest. Probably could have picked another zone and had more success finding stuff like that, but I wasn't really concerned with raiding it and all that at the time. What is that? Call pet. Hey, there we go. Oh, it's just expanding to other areas. Okay. And there we go. So let's go ahead and move here a little bit out of the way. I have no idea what dungeon this will be, if I've ever run it, if I've ever done it. All right, let me turn off growl. Bite. Dash. And this will be a little bit more of what endgame and stuff like that is. And in this, you'll have a tank, you have a healer. And then 3 DPS that are just going around killing things. And I have an add-on that you can see kind of over here on the right-hand side that is just keeping track of who's doing the most damage. And in this, there'll be a series of mini bosses and then one final boss at the end of the dungeon.
I require a target.
And the whole goal is to let the tank, not pull aggro from him, and just let him do everything. So I kind of wait a second before I start attacking, let him build up some aggro. So he'll run, he'll pull all of them. Typically the healer's there beside him. I will take the skins. Okay, and see that DPS just pulled that from the tank.
Your blood is
And there's a boss.
their fate shall be
Or a mini boss.
not so bad.
And these will go pretty darn quick. And you just kind of let him run and do as much pulling and all that as he thinks he can get done.
I need to target something first. My inventory is full.
Definitely need to get some inventory management and control going here. Just in case I get some drops. Just getting rid of some stuff I know I don't need. Just a bunch of little garbage here and there. I'll send myself some gold. I'm not worried about finances. And yes, it is multi-language, multicultural.
Daron, see if you can muster the
And here's
nerve
another
to
boss
join
fight.
my attack.
And the whole goal of this one is to try and keep both of them about the same level of health.
Yet. Warrior's death.
And then one more bigger boss at the end. Like I said, these go quick, especially at this level. I had multi-shot right now, though. And about out of inventory space again. Let's drop that. Let's drop that. And we're almost to the final boss in this one. Once we kill all this stuff here, we'll take a left and we'll go down and kill the final fight in this one. And yes, I am going to grab what I can there. And that is the final boss right there that he just pulled. And he's going to go down so daggone quick, it's not even fun. I may not even get a kill shot off. And there he is. Nice and quick. And a chest will appear. Or does he come back? I can't remember in this one.
Your pathetic failure will serve as a warning to all. You are damned.
That's right, he comes back.
And carry out the Master's will.
I return! A second chance to carve your skull!
And there we go. All completed. Got an achievement out of it. Didn't get any gear, but there we are. And see, there's the RNG. They got the gear out of it. I didn't, so now we can leave. And there we go. That was a quick dungeon run. Now I can see if he's got any bags here that they sell. Even cheap ones. Thick hide pack. There we go. How much gold do I have? Do I have enough? Yes, I do. 1, 2 of those. I'll get myself some bags later. Bag slots. Let's go ahead and put those there. Yes, bind it to me. That way I at least have some room. Put some inventory items. Let's go ahead and grab one more. Oh, attack. Let's just fill it up. It's not bad. 14 slot. I can make 22 or 24 slot bags on one of my other accounts. So we'll do that later.
I don't have a target.
Okay, now I want him to... Whoops, what did I just do? That's not what I wanted. Can I put that on the toolbar? I can put that there. Okay. Find pet. Let's see if there's anything else. There we are. That he can cast on his own. Sorry, I gotta respond to a text message here real quick. And let's just keep running through. Finish these quests off, and then we'll probably call it, because I do have to get some work done. I may not even have time to finish all these off and get back to the village, but we'll see. Gotta be a little bit quicker. Where'd my quest thing go? I lost it! Interesting. Must have turned off when I got into the...
It's not ready yet.
dungeon, but... to get it back. How do I get it back? It's enabled. I'm not sure. Maybe when I complete the next one. Go grab one more part here. No, it still didn't bring the window back up. So I'm supposed to be capturing souls out of all those things too. I was. It's these guys. It shouldn't take me long to do this, and then we'll go back to the village. And yeah, there we go. So I just need those guys. Do I have any more that I can go grab? Actually, I need to go up that thing anyway. Come on. I can run up this hill. Thank you. Oh, let's just finish picking out some stuff. And at this level, everything's pretty easy. Back in the day, this would have been a lot harder. When this first came out, I can't tell you how many times I died in this area. I know there's a way up to the top somewhere. Error, text not found. Yo, which leveling area? This is Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know if that is actually your name. That is what it shows up on my side. It says error, text not found. But regardless of whoever you are, if that is your name. Okay. It was throwing me off. I think maybe mission accomplished. So, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I tend to just do this, primarily going to do this in the mornings, Eastern time, in my time zone. So. I thought there was one more fight or something up here that I had to do. Maybe it's in a different area. It's been so long since I've done this. Some of it is very familiar. Some of it is not. I think there's a mob or something that spawns in that room. Or it could be in another building that looks just like it. There is 9. One more. Should be able to get them down here. Oh, I guess I'm gonna get these things. And this is kind of why I died so much back in the day. All those things that start coming at you. Oh, I need one more gnome. Let's mount up and see what we can find. Sentry. Sentry, sentry. Defender. Defender. Oh, I should have just taken the two that were up top. There we go. There's one more gnome. Alright, should be end of that quest. Hey, my thing came back finally. Yep. Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Yeah, I'm on Dragonflight. I'm not running the WoW Classic. Did you know you can do herbalism from Golem Mount? Yep. If I had herbalism, I'm running for this one. Since it's a hunter, doing just scanning and leatherworking. Probably won't really do much leveling up on the leatherworking. Probably should have just gone like mining or something like that to gather resources. But figure if I end up playing them, I always like having crafts and trade skills that are something that kind of fit with the character I'm playing. And let's just go here and kill this guy.
I must get closer.
And can't get either of those, so we'll just do that. And we can go turn everything in. Then I'll do kind of, since there's a couple new folks here, show a little bit of my account. Basically what I've done is I haven't played WoW in really, all things considered, probably 5 years. I've come back when new expansion packs come out for, a month or two, level up, create a new character, whatever it is, if there's a new class, do that, and then stop playing again. So I think the last time was when Dragonflight came out. I played, took an Evoker up to 70, and then kind of got bored, and didn't. I was started my Shaman, which has always been my main.
How may I aid you?
But got bored with it, and then said, nah.
Hey, how you doing?
But one of the things I wanted to do, I did just get a new computer this weekend that I'm going to be using when I travel on the road. I wanted to find something I could do when I was in a hotel room
How may I aid?
as well. I play primarily a lot of Marvel Contest of Champions. I do that from hotel rooms and stuff like that, but just wanted something else a little bit different, a little change of pace every once in a while. All right, and I think once I get to the innkeeper here, there we go, we can start building some rested. And we will show a little bit of some of the other stuff. So I do have that was the account, the champion that I created when Dragonflight came out. Did want to try the new class and the new evoker. So this has always been my main. I hate the hood that I've put on this guy from questing. But then a bunch of other ones. These all used to be max level, max raid gear. Nowadays, it is nothing. So, these were all maxed out. And now because of the changes to the game and all that, and some of the leveling crunch, where they lowered the level cap and stack crunches and all that. So, and you can see I haven't done a bunch of these, haven't even logged them in since I came back to them because they've all got the gear updates that you can do now with them. Probably the next one I will level up is probably the Warlock, unless something else comes out. So, you know, some of the different areas. I do want to see this area because this was always an area that on my computer gave me a little bit of lag and things like that. My frames per second would drop, so I want to see how it does. And sorry for the computer noises. I have not filtered those out yet from use and coming through. There, let me go ahead and just do all these. Let it refresh. I do need to fix scrap. I don't even know if they probably booted me from the alliance I was in. I haven't been in so long. Let's move that to here. I do need to find a better spot, a little bit better for this. Let's look at my character. Yeah, they did. But a little bit better gear on this guy. So some higher level. The purple is the raid level gear. Yeah, so you know, a lot to do in this game. You know, this one I was working on getting some of the reputations up for different things. But, you know, don't ask me if I remember how to play them. I do not, so... Let me respond to that real quick. Okay, so I think that for this morning is going to do it now that other folks are showing up at work and all that. Would love to go a little bit longer and will on some days, but I do have a 10 a.m. Eastern meeting, which means I've got to start preparing in probably about 10 minutes to be ready to go, since it is with a couple, you know, of my boss's bosses. So other than that, I do want to thank those of you that did join. Anybody who hit a like, I do appreciate it. Anybody who subbed, didn't get any notifications, which probably just means if you subbed, your subs are not visible. So the notifications don't pop up. But other than that, we want to thank you all very much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow with this one, be back later today with a Marvel Contest of Champions stream. And, you know, just want to thank you all very much again and wish you all a great day. Thanks a lot.